This is yogalates. So for today, we're going to bring back those ankle weights. They are totally optional, but if you would like them on, you can wear them for the entire duration. We're not doing any jumping or anything in our yoga warm-up portion. And you'll also need 2 sets of blocks, as well as a set of light weights for upper body. All right, so if you want to use those ankle weights, go ahead and put them on, or you can set them off to the side. I'm going to put them on after our flow. Go ahead and join me in a child's pose. Bringing your toes to touch, knees fall open wide, send your arms out long in front, hips in towards your heels, focusing here on your breath. Deep inhale, exhale through your mouth. Keeping that going, filling your lungs all the way to the top. Maintain that same breath this time. When you get to the top, seal your lips. Inhaling, exhaling through your nose. Maybe finding a focus, setting an intention for class today. Maybe roll your forehead from side to side. Taking out every last breath of air. Inhale, reach your right arm high towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop under through the left side body. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, reach it under and through. One more time. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, draw it all the way under through the left side body. This time releasing your right ear or cheek to the floor. Stretching your left fingertips long out in front. You can also bind your left hand around to your right hip crease. And on your next breath, go ahead and release your left hand down, out in front. Reach your right arm high towards the ceiling. Right palm out in front. Reach your left arm high towards the ceiling, under and through the right side body. 2 more times. Reach it high. Under and through. Last time. Reach it up high. Reach it under and through the right side body. Bringing your left ear or cheek towards the floor. Holding and breathing. You can keep your right hand stretched out long. You can also bind it around toward your left hip. Holding here with your breath. Just breathing. The same breaths when we started. On your next breath, go ahead and release your right hand down, out in front. Release your left arm up. Come back to your child's pose. Find that breath. Go ahead and rise up, walking your hands underneath your shoulders, knees under your hips. Tuck your toes, hammock your belly. Inhale, lift your gaze. Coming into cow. Exhale as you scoop and arch, round your spine. Coming into cat. Inhale, tuck your toes, lift your gaze. Exhale, untuck your toes, round your spine. Keep this going for a few more breaths here. Tuck your toes, inhale. Exhale, untuck your toes. Come back to a neutral spine. We patter out your toes. You can tuck your toes, pressing your hips in towards your heels for a nice calf stretch. Holding and breathing. Come back to your child's pose. Untuck your toes. Extend your right leg long. Draw your knee in towards your elbow. Extend it back. Draw it up and over the left side body, looking over your left shoulder. Let's do that one more time. Draw your right leg straight back. Draw your knee in towards the same elbow. Kick it straight back. Draw that right leg up and over the outside of your left foot, gazing over your left shoulder. Inhale, extend your leg back. Exhale, release your knee down. Bump your hip side to side. Come back to center, extend your left leg long. Draw your knee in towards the same elbow. Kick it back. Draw your left leg up and over the outside of your right foot, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, draw your knee to the elbow. Exhale, extend. Reach it over. Gazing over. Come back, drawing that left leg straight back. Draw your left knee in to meet your right. Bump your hips side to side. We're going to come back and find our child's pose. So drawing your knees wide, sink your hips in towards your heels. We're going to come in and find a locust pose from this position. Holding it forward. All right, from here, extend your arms out long in front. Push up, hinge forward, keep your knees bent so your shoulders stack directly over your elbows. Lower down for 3, 2, and 1. Release all the way down. Extend your legs. Lift your palms. You lift up your body. Keep your toes pressed in towards the floor. Release down. Press yourself up. Bend your knees. Come back to child's pose. Let's do that 2 more times through. Press forward, stacking your shoulders directly over your hips. Knees stay bent. Lower down for 3, 2, and 1. Extend your legs. Lift up. Release your palms. Hug your shoulders in towards one another. Release down. Bend your knees. Press back, child's pose. 1 more time. Press forward. Lower down. 3, 2, and 1. Extend your legs. Lift up. Release your palms. Maybe lifting higher this time. Release your palms. Release your chest. Bend your knees. Press back, child's pose. Hold it here for a breath. Maybe move your hips side to side. All right, come through tabletop or meet me in downward facing dog. Pedal your heels. All right, we're gonna come into a little flow, warming up our body here. Just pedaling those heels. All right, lift your right leg, inhale, 3-legged dog. Bend your right knee, stack your hips, circle out your right ankle, maybe gaze out into your left arm. Square out your hips, 3-legged dog. Draw your knee to your nose. Kick it back. Knee to same elbow. Kick it back. Knee to opposite elbow. Kick it back. Tuck your knee in towards your chest. Step through, coming into low crescent. Rise up, high crescent. Draw the arms down, hinge forward. And up. 2 more. Draw and hinge forward. Rise up. Hold the hinge forward. Sweep the arms down, around, in front. From here, pivot, open up. Warrior 2. Holding and breathing. Lengthen that right leg. Reach your arms up high. And bend. Lengthen and reach. 1 more. Bend deep into that right knee. Reach up. Hold that bend in the knee. Reverse your warrior. Right arm comes up high. High five that wall behind you. Maintain that bend in your front right knee. Come to extended side angle. Right hand towards your thigh, towards the floor or block. Left arm comes up high. Rotate that left shoulder open. From here, straighten that front leg. Coming into pyramid. Really spiral your pinky back. Open up your chest and your shoulder. Reverse your triangle. Tuck your left hand behind your hip towards your right hip crease or down your left thigh. Right arm up overhead. Holding and breathing. Cartwheel down to your right knee. Bend into that right knee. Reach your right arm up high towards the ceiling. Circle your wrist. Circle your shoulder forwards and backwards. From here, rise up, right hand back, left arm forward. High lunge with a twist. Draw your right hand down towards the back left leg. Left arm comes up high, exalted warrior. From here, reach your right arm up high. Seal that back left foot coming into warrior 1. From here, hinge forward. Arms come back, lift up. Hinge forward. And lift. One more. All right, hold it up here. Optional hold in warrior one. You can hinge forward, maybe placing that block in front of you, coming into half moon. Lift that left leg high, stack your hips, stack your shoulder, flex your left foot, micro bend your standing right knee. Holding and breathing. Release that left foot down, rise up, high crescent, maintain that bend in the front right knee. Cartwheel your hands down. Step your right foot back, find your flow. You can step back to a high plank or three-legged dog and then flow. Coming down and up. Meaning in downward facing dog, pedaling your heels. All right, let's do that same flow on the left side. Keeping everything symmetrical. Holding and breathing. All right, from here, lift your left leg, three-legged dog, flex your left foot, bend, stack your left knee, circle out your left ankle, maybe your hip, optional look at under your right armpit towards your left toes. Square out your hips, extend that left leg back, draw your knee to your nose, kick it back, knee to same elbow, kick it back, left knee to opposite elbow, kick it back, tuck your knee to your chest, step through, low crescent, rise up, high crescent, stack your shoulders over your hips. From here, inhale, lengthen, exhale, arms sweep back, hinge forward, and rise. Two more times. Exhale, hinge forward, arms come back, rise up, one more time. From here, hold the hinge forward, draw your arms down around in front. We're going to pivot that back right foot, open up, warrior two. Maintain that bend in your front left knee. Arms out to a T, straighten that left leg, rise up, and bend. Straighten, and bend one more time. All right, hold that bend in the left knee, tee out the arms. Reverse your warrior, tuck your right hand behind your back or down your right leg, left arm comes up high overhead. Maintain that bend. Come into extended side angle, left hand to your left knee, right arm up overhead. You can also reach your left arm down towards the floor or a block. You can hover that left arm in space. From here, straighten that left leg, right arm up, left arm down. Bump your hips back, spiral your left shoulder back. First, try to stack the shoulders and then spiral your top shoulder back. From here, reverse. Right hand tucks behind your back, high five that wall behind you. Cartwheel down, bend into that left knee. Low crescent, hold that right hand to the inside of your left foot or on a block. Reach your left arm high, circle out your wrist. Circle out your shoulder, left arm forward and back. Spiral your left arm back, right arm forward. High lunge with a twist. Rise up, shoulder stack over your hips. We're going to come into warrior one, exalted warrior. Right hand comes up, left arm back. We're going to pivot that back right foot down. Maintain that bend in your front left knee, back leg is straight. Draw your arms up high overhead. Warrior one, we're going to hinge forward. Draw the arms back and rise. Two more times. Exhale and lift. Exhale. Hold it in warrior one. All right, from here, cartwheel your hands down, frame your left foot, come back three-legged dog, tabletop, or find me in downward facing dog. Keep that left leg lifted if you want more of a challenge. And press up. Everyone be in downward facing dog. Hold it here, pedal your hips. Just lifting and lowering. Holding and breathing. All right. Everyone nice and warm. All right, from here, float forward into high plank. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Option to lower your knees or lower down, shoulders tucked in towards your body for 3, 2, and 1. Release all the way down. Untuck your toes. Your wrists are still directly under your shoulders. Extend your left arm directly out from your shoulder. Relax your left leg. Lift your right leg up high. Opening up your right hip and your left shoulder. Just relaxing your head down towards the floor. Extend your top right leg. Point through your right toes. We're just going to flex and point. And flex and point. 2 more. Flex and point. All right, hold the toes pointed. We're going to lower and lift for 3 and 2. Last 1. All right, go ahead and lower that leg down. Come on to your belly. Give me 1 mini cobra. Release down. Press up. Release down. From here, extend your right arm directly out from your right shoulder. Lift your left leg high. Open up towards your outer left hip, opening up your right hip and your right shoulder. Just releasing your right ear or cheek towards the floor. Extend your left leg high. Hold it here. We're going to flex and point. Flex and point. 2 more. Keep that left hand boxed out. On the next one, hold the left toes pointed. We're going to slowly lower and lift. Lower and lift. All right, release that left leg down. Come back. Come onto your belly. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Give me 1 mini cobra. Release down. Walk your hands under your rib cage. Press yourself up. Full cobra. Gaze up toward the ceiling. Look over your left shoulder. Come back to center. Over your right shoulder. Back to center. Bring your gaze forward. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog or come through tabletop. Pedal those heels. All right, we're going to lower the knees gently, coming back to our tabletop position. So your knees are directly under your hips. Your wrists are directly under your shoulders. We're going to extend that right leg and left arm if you would like. This is the opportunity to add those ankle weights. I'm just going to add them before I forget. I meant to do it before our lovely warm-up flow, but that's okay. It's never too late. All right, we're back to that tabletop position. Again, wrists under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. From here, we're going to extend the right leg long. Keep your hips parallel. Extend your left arm long. So right leg, left arm. Point through your right toes. We're going to lower and lift for 5. That's 4. 3. 2. And 1. Hold the left arm, right leg lifted and extended. Draw your elbow in, knee in towards your elbow, and extend for 5. And 4. That's 3. 2 more, you got it. Slow and controlled. Last one. Hold the right leg extended. Gently release your left hand down to the floor underneath your left shoulder. From here, we're going to draw that right leg over to the right hip and straight back. Keep it lifted. Just like a semi-arch, little rainbow. 3 more. That's it. 2 more. Keep that right hip down. All right, on the next one, we're gonna hold that right leg directly out from the hip. Seal the inner knife edge of your right foot in towards the floor. Walk your hands a palm print forward. You can tuck your left toes or keep it flat on the floor. We're gonna hinge the hips forward and then press the hips back. Holding it here in gate pose. Press it forward and back. You're in a tripod position with that right leg standing directly out from your hip. One more. All right, from here, walk your hands back under your shoulders. Reach your right arm up high. Right hand under your left shoulder. 2 more. Reach it up high. And down. Keeping that inner knife edge of your right foot sealed in towards the floor. Reach it up. This time, hold it low and hovering for 3, 2, and 1. Reach that right hand up. We're going to pivot the right toes coming into assisted side plank. So your left knee is down. Your right foot is down. Your right hand's up high. Your left hand's down below. From here, you can reach and grab a light weight if you would like. We're going to reach that right hand under through the left side body for 5. And lift. Lots of thread the needle today. Reach and twist. That's 4. You've got it. Last 3. And reach. 2 more. 1 more. All right, hold that right hand high. From here, we're going to point the right toes. We're going to lift and lower for 5. That's 4. You got 3. All right, on the next one, hold that right leg lifted. Keep the toes pointed. Option to keep your right hand lifted. You can bring your right elbow wider on your hip. We're going to draw the knee up towards the chest and kick it back. That's 5. And 4. You've got 3. And 2. 1 more. Stay with it. All right, release that right leg nice and high. Draw it in front and behind. 1 more each direction. Draw it up and back. From here, set that weight down if you have it. We're going to extend that right leg out in front, or that left leg, coming into a side plank. You can also keep that bottom left knee down if you'd like, or if you want more of a challenge, you can extend that leg, staggering the feet. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Plant your right hand down. Gently release your knees down. Unbinding. Bump your hips side to side. Maybe do a few barrel rolls here. Bring your hands a palm print forward. Bring your hips towards your wrist. Down towards one side, hips to heels. And up to the other side. What you do in one direction, make sure you reverse it and do the opposite direction. You can also just bump the hips side to side. Whatever feels good to you today. Let's take that on the left side. So walk your hands back in. Your back to that tabletop, wrists directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Extend your left leg straight back. Square out those hips, so avoid letting that left hip raise up. Keep the hips nice and square. Extend your right arm forward. Point your left toes. From here, we're going to lower and lift for 5. That's 4. Keep your navel pulled into your spine. And 3. Keep your gaze forward. 2 more. All right, on the next one, hold your right arm, left leg extended. From here, crunch your right elbow down, left knee up for 5. And extend. That's 4. Breathing slow and controlled. 3 and 2. Last one. Hold that left leg extended. Release your right hand out. I'm just going to flip sides so you guys can see. From your tripod extension, that left leg is extended. Draw that left leg over towards the left hip and then straight back, keeping that hip square. Draw it up and over and back. 3 more. You're making that semicircle. 1 more. We're going to hold that left leg directly out from the left hip. Go ahead and seal that foot, sealing your inner knife edge of your left foot in towards the floor. We're going to walk our hands a palm print forward. You can tuck your right toes or keep them flat on the floor. Hinge the hips forward and then draw the hips back. Press it forward and back. Keeping that knife edge of your left foot sealed in. 2 more. All right, on your next one, hold your hips stacked over your knees. Walk your hands back under your hips. From here, we're going to reach that left arm high. Draw it under and through the right side body. Reach it up high. Under and through. 1 more time. Reach it up high, twisting, opening. Exhale as you reach under and through, hovering, holding for 3, 2, and 1. Reach your left arm back up towards the ceiling. From here, release it down, and then we're going to pivot your left toes straight back, pivot your right toes behind you, stacking your shoulders, left arm comes up high towards the ceiling. That knife edge of your inner left foot is still pressed in towards the floor. You're just diagonal in line with your mat. Right arm down, left arm comes up high. From here, we're going to lift and lower that left leg for 5 and 4. That's 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it here. We're going to draw it forwards and backwards. 1 more time. All right. Go ahead and come back to center directly out from your hip. Release that left leg down. Option to hold it here, or if you would like, you can come into that side plank by extending that right leg long out in front, keeping your hips lifted, so don't allow your hips to drop. Keep your hips nice and high. You can also always keep it in that side plank with the right knee down, or extend that right leg. Go ahead and release your left hand down to the floor. Release your knees down. Unbind your knees. Bump your hips side to side. All right. From here, rotate your wrists out towards the outer edge of your mat. Spiral your elbow creases in towards one another and then rock side to side. And gently coming back to center. You're welcome to hold it here, or if you'd like, you can spiral your fingertips towards your knees at any degree. They can be at an angle or directly facing your knees if that's comfortable for you. You're welcome to hold it here, or if you would like, you can rock your hips forwards and backwards. We've done a lot on our wrists already. Back to center. Bring your fingertips back towards the top of your mat. So with your wrists under your shoulders, we're going to flip our right palm up towards the ceiling. And you're welcome to hold it here, or if you'd like, you can rock forwards and backwards. And coming back to a neutral spine, bring your right palm down, flip your left palm up towards the ceiling. Again, you're welcome to hold it here. If you would like, you can rock your hips forwards and backwards. Deepening that stretch if that feels good to you today. Maybe one wrist feels slightly different than the other, taking note. From here, gently come back to neutral spine, flip your left palm down. We're going to tuck our toes, bring your hands up, palm print forward, lift your hips up, coming to downward facing dog. Pedal the heels again. From here, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee. Draw your right knee in towards your right elbow, coming into half pigeon. And then releasing your left knee back. Walking your hands towards the center line of your body. Rise up. From here, come back to center. Your shoulders are still stacked directly over your hips. You can also place a block under your hips if that's more comfortable for you. Draw your elbows wide. You are welcome to hold it here. If you want to take some crunches with us, we're going to hinge forward. Go to the depth that works for you for 10. Rise up. Try to press into the right foot and down. Lift up. Exhale to hinge forward. Inhale, lift. That's 7. Left toes are straight back. Your right knee stays bent. That's it. All right, you are halfway there. Three more, stay with it. Two more, elbows stay wide as you hinge forward, going to the depth that works for you, and up. One more. All right, rise up. From here, release your hands down. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right knee. You can bend your left knee in towards your glutes. You can reach back. You are welcome to stay here. If you want to challenge your balance, rise up and release that right arm up high. Keeping your left heel in towards your glute. Maybe releasing your left hand if you want to challenge yourself even more. Hold up for 3, 2, and 1. Release your right hand down. Release your bottom with your left foot if you had it. And we're just going to hinge forward, falling all the way down. You are welcome to bring your elbows or your forearms or your wrists to blocks, or folding all the way down forward, bringing your forehead to the floor. If you would like to thread the needle, reach your left arm high, draw it under and through the right side body. Great, holding here and breathing. Wherever you're at, press yourself up. Tuck your left toes. Lift your right leg high. Bend your right knee, stack your hip. If you want, flip your dog. Finding wild thing, pivot on the outer knife edge of your left foot. Your right toe down, press your hips up. Right arm extends forward. Balancing on your left leg and left hand. Come back, find your downward facing dog. Right foot down, pedal your heels. All right, let's do that on the left side. Everyone ready to do those half pigeon crunches? All right, lower the heels, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Bend, stack your hips. From here, keep the left knee bent. Draw it down towards the left wrist. And then walk your right leg back. You are welcome to bring a block under your hip if that's comfortable for you. Walk your hands back towards your hips. Gaze up, look up. Starting with that stretch. Keep the core engaged. All right, from here, draw your elbows wide behind your head. Chest stays lifted. You are welcome to hold it here. If you want to take those crunches with me, we're going to hinge forward, coming down to the depth that works for you, and rising up. You got 10. You're already one down. Stay with it. And rise up. Don't push off the left toes. Draw it down. 7 more. Think slow and controlled. It's okay if you're wobbling. Find your focus. Try to stabilize yourself. You're hinging forward and up. All right, you're halfway there. Elbows remain wide. 4 more. Yes, you can. You've got it. Think slower, more controlled. All right, 2 more. Last one. Make it your best. All right, roll on up. Release your hands down. Total core right there. All right, bring your hands to the inside of your left knee. You are welcome to hold it here. You can also grab a strap or a piece of cloth if you'd like. Wrap it around your right foot. Reach your right hand back towards your left toes. This side's always a bit more challenging for me. If you want to challenge your balance, rise up with me. Release your left arm up. Hold that right knee bent if you can. Maybe release your right hand up. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Release your left hand up. It was up. Release your right hand down if you had it binded. Tuck your right toes. Plant your hands under your shoulders. Lift your hips up. 3-legged dog. Maybe circle out the toes. Stack your hips. If you want, flip your dog. Spiral all the way over. You're on that outer edge knife of your right foot and right hand. Hips lifted, left arm up overhead. Come back, 3-legged dog. Pedal the heels. All right. Let's work some more core. Go ahead and gently release your knees down to the floor. Come to your left or right hip. Swing your legs in front. Keep those ankle weights on if you have them. Now is when we'll use them. All right, from here, grab a block. Evidently my cat's gotten into my block. Place the block between your thighs. You can also use a pillow or a book. Feet are flat on the floor, hip width apart and parallel. Reach your arms out in front. We're gonna lower down for 3, 2, and 1. Roll up for 3, 2, and 1. Roll back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're back for 5. We're not going all the way down, but you're going slightly lower than the time before. All right, roll up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more. Lucky number 7. Roll back for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll up for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're rolling all the way back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hold it here. Lower down 1 more inch. Hold it here. 1 more inch. Hold it here. All right, release all the way down. Release that block from your thighs. Bring it between your hands. Extend your arms and legs long in opposite direction. Tiny arch in your back. Enjoy that stretch. All right, from here, we're going to lift up, bringing the feet up towards the ceiling, hands with the block. Place the block in your feet. Release your legs down, release your arms overhead. Empty hands, block between your feet, lift up. Grab the block between your feet, place in your hands, empty feet, release down, arms overhead. Lift up, hands to feet, release down. Lift up. All right, one more time. Hands to feet, feet to hands. Lift up. Block is in the feet, empty hands, release down. Lift up. All right, this time, keep the legs up towards the ceiling. Reach your arms up. From here, we're just going to lower the right leg and lift for 10. That's 9. You've got 8. And 7. 6. Point the toes. Left leg is still. 5. And 4. 3 more. And 2. Lift your shoulders higher. Last one. All right, right leg stays still. Lower the left leg for 10. And lift. 9. And lift. 8. And 7. You've got 6. Stay with it. 5. Halfway there. Keep that right leg still. Last 4. 3. 2 more. Lift your shoulders higher. 1 more. All right, lift your legs up. Draw your knees into your chest. Set the block off to the side. Curl yourself into a tight ball. Chin to chest. Roll side to side. Then release your head down towards the floor. Keep your knees in towards your chest. Keep your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Extend your left leg long. Breathing. Circle out your right ankle. Flex your left toes. From here, with your left hand, grab the outside of your right knee. Right hand comes down by your hip. Draw your right knee across your left side. Gazing, looking over your right shoulder. Extend your arm out to a T or cactus that right hand. Come back to center. Keep that right knee in towards your right hip. Draw a few circles here with your right knee. Few circles in the opposite direction. And then switch sides, left knee in, right leg long. Just grabbing beneath your left knee, just on your shin. Avoid your rib cage. Point flex, circle out your left ankle. Actively flex your right toe up towards the ceiling. Active stretch for that right side. Hold your left toe still. With your right hand, grab the outer edge of your left knee. Release your left hand by your left hip and pull your left knee gently across the right side of your body. Gently gazing, looking over your left shoulder. Maybe extend your left arm long. You can also bend your elbow. Holding and breathing. Back to center. Draw your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Circle out your left knee. And reverse the direction. Draw both knees in towards your chest. Draw your legs up towards the ceiling. Keep grabbing the back side of your thighs. Or you can also grab the outer edge of each foot coming into happy baby. Take up space here. Maybe roll side to side. Nice lower back stretch here. You can extend one leg coming into ninja baby. And of course, coming to the other side. Come to a wide leg straddle on Happy Baby. And bring the soles of the feet to touch. Knees fall open. Releasing your lower back to the floor here. Find that focus to keep your entire spine pressed in towards the floor. From the crown of your head all the way down to your lower back. Draw your knees back in towards your chest. Curl yourself into a tiny ball. Rock and roll yourself a few times along your spine. And then coming up to a seated position. You can come to whatever seated position you'd like. You can crisscross applesauce, right over left, left over right. You can bring the soles of the feet to touch. From here, butterfly your knees. Come upright, shoulders stacked over your hips, maybe one at a time. Draw your arms up high overhead. Release your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Right hand comes behind you, gazing, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, arms come up high overhead. Exhale, right hand to the outside of your left knee. Left hand comes behind, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Arms come back up overhead. Hands to heart center. Fantastic practice today. Thank you all so very much for joining me. This was Yogalates. Please make it your own. Stretch as much as you need to. Drink plenty of water. Thank you all so much. See you all next time.